How's it going, everybody? We just launched our new Discord. Link is in the description down below. If you enjoy talking Pioneer and hanging out with other people who enjoy the format, please go check it out. Thanks. What are the notable things missing in Explorer? Unfortunately, there's a lot of them, but yo, how's it going, Sled Snowman? So you're missing Lotus Field, you're missing Hidden Strings and Pour Over the Pages, you're missing Jeskai Ascendancy, you're missing Abrupt Decay, you're missing Nykthos. There's a whole list. I think on Playing Pioneer, if you go to the Explorer side, there's a whole list of every card missing on Arena, and it just like kills 3 or 4 different decks. Just sad that a lot of the cards already banned. Maybe wouldn't be. Lotus Field, the deck is missing, not the card. You're correct. All right, we're up against Winota. Nice, congratulations on your top 16. Yeah, Elvish Mystic also missing. Like, that's the thing, is like, if you just look at, like, if your benchmark was like a deck has to have 80% of the cards to be on Arena, almost every deck that matters is on Arena. The problem is that for some decks, that 20% is like, oh man, I kind of would like to have Elvish Mystic. And for other decks, it's like, oh, my whole combo's not on the format. Sir Swanee, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. So yeah, a lot of the combo decks just like don't exist, which is a little bit of a rough place to be in. All right, well, we're gonna play Chandra, kill a Brutal Cathar. Danik13, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Blue White's the only deck that's just about complete. Yeah, you just have to run 2 of the worst Wraths. Arena did break Rat Colony recently. Did it really? That's too funny. Ooh, I'm worried. Hey, how's it going, Kane? How you doing, friend? We're currently doing a little bit of the old Explorer. It's been going fine. We're about to get Winota, but that's also true on other platforms. Been playing a lot of Explorer, actually. It's been a lot of fun. Deck Builder says more than 4 is illegal, but nothing actually stops you from playing more. Huh. It's an interesting, like, issue to run into. Alright, if these 2 flips aren't great, we just want to dodge Huntmaster. Well, a miss on 1, a miss on... There's no way it's a miss on 2, right? Going to get into it a bit, I think. I've been really enjoying it, and like, Alright, we're gonna get rid of this. I think that Arena is fine. Maybe I just have a low tolerance for like things that are bad. The good old double miss on Winota. But I've actually been enjoying it. I find that I enjoy best of 1 on Arena a lot more than best of 3 though. And I know that's where a lot of people have their complaints. Because like I much prefer best of 1 to best of 3 on Arena. You know, like metagame challenge prints money and the next one's Explorer. Ooh, that's a good choice. Yeah, being able to just like fill your collection. I remember what was it? I remember the one I do prefer best of 1. I know I'm the monster. I have a couple friends who are incredulous about it. Who's got all this time? Who's got all this time to play Magic? I just want to get in and get out. None of this Magic stuff, come on. Briefcase, sure. Oh, continue our plan of just never let them have a creature. Video game format makes you want to zip through matches. Yeah, that's the other thing is like I even noticed it from streaming is like if I stream like 5 hours of Magic Online, I'm somehow feel a little bit better like time-wise than having played like 3 hours of Arena. It's not Magic without sideboards. Kane, that's the secret. I don't always want to play Magic. Sometimes I just want to kill my opponents. Do you ever like when you were playing Madden as a kid? I mean, I don't know if you ever played Madden, but like did you ever like put it to the easiest mode just cuz you wanted to like run up the score for the fun of doing it? Every once in a while I just want to turn off my brain and be like, okay. Never? You just always put it on like all pro? I like a nice little reset every once in a while. Just put on a podcast, not pay attention, and just play easy mode. Played this game all day, tried Explorer for the first time. 80% was first Winota, and best of one was awful, not impressed. Well, can I introduce you to Red-Black Midrange? You will beat Winota the majority of the time. Fuck that, beating up on easy mode is great. That's how I've always approached it, is I quite enjoy easy mode. And like, I understand that that's not the appeal for like almost anyone, but I enjoy it. I want to kill this at the same time. Ooh. With kicker. I don't want to always play on easy mode. Yeah, that's my point of it. That is, I always like switching back and forth. Well, it's like I understand a lot of people love games like Dark Souls, but Dark Souls drives me up a wall just like as a concept. But like it's the same thing with like Jump King and Elden Ring and all these things. Is like they just all sort of drive me up a wall. Y'all got the good brainworms, I guess. They're all brainworms in here. Just making good gamers. You're just making good games right now, though. Croxa. Set up Croxa in a turn. Big fan, by the way. True. If you're not already following Sneaky Masato on Twitch, you are missing out. Big shout outs. I think this might be my most used emote of all time. All right, what do we hit? What do we hit? We hit another miss. Another one. That's gotta be illegal. All right, Chandra dies. That's fine. It really is. That's just like the A plus material. All right, last card. Yeah, Jeffrey Silver 0-3 on hitting with Winota today. Yeah, opponent needs. I mean, I also think that I've noticed it a lot with the Winota decks, but like, it feels like you're running fewer humans in the Explorer builds. And I know you're not, but for some reason it's felt that way. I don't know if it's just a matter of like feels versus reals, but I've missed a lot more recently. I wanted to look in to see if any of the builds changed the numbers going from Explorer to or from Moto to Explorer. Perhaps put more than one human. True. Probably should have cracked Harvester to keep them off Huntmaster unless it was summoning sick and I just couldn't see. I think it was. We played it last turn, right? I think so. This turn it wasn't though. But yeah. What makes it hard? Too true. Yeah, I also am not on like the crisp graphics. Like my laptop is probably just like begging for me to stop playing Magic when I play Arena. Got to get that like 1998 Magic Online, otherwise my computer's not happy. As long as Winota players don't run agents, I'm fine with it. I hate to tell you, but I saw some lists in Mythic today that are in fact running Neoforum and Winota into Agent of Treachery. Hey, Jeffrey, GG's, but also I can't. That has to have been the least lucky Winota I've ever seen. Just 3 misses in a row. Like, incredibly bad luck, friend. Oh, true. Yeah, I have to restart Arena more often than Magic Online. I always just assume it's my laptop, but it might be Arena itself. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure like any hit on any of those 3 was close to game. Oh no, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, no. Apparently we're the only 2 people playing Best of 3 Explorer event right now. This is too funny. Oh no. Me and Jeffrey just lining up, just squaring up. Might be the unluckiest person I've ever met. And then we ran right back into them. Let's go. Let's fight round 2. Kind of fine with them playing a 3 here. We in there, Jeffrey. Is this redemption? Chat's good. Let's be honest, chat. I know you might not be a Winota fan, but you gotta be rooting for Jeffrey at this point. Right? Like, Jeffrey's the hero. I am the villain of the story. Or just more beatings. Sheesh. Well, that is an unfortunate sequence for our hero. You disagree? Could never be the hero? I respect it. I'm rooting for 2 more whiffs. Jeez. Chat, remind me never to get on your bad side. Absolutely vicious out here today. No, I'm not supposed to kill that, so I won't. Y'all are brutal. It's true. My chat does not take pity. I don't know if this is my doing, but I'm okay with it. What about the Blitz dog? Is it good with Fable? Blitz dog. Secret Muffin, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. I'm not sure which one it is. It's okay, my chat always roots against me. A Sith experiencing pity? At least your chat roots for you. That's true. See, the secret is I experience pity, but I'm still gonna kill the man. That's my philosophy on it. Need to restart. Everyone's on chat's bad side by default. That's how Twitch chat works. True. 3-2 black creature with blitz. Oh, underdog. Yeah, tenacious underdog I think is quite good in the mono black, mono red splashing black for Obnixilis decks, or just like any deck that wants to run Obnixilis. Yeah, that's always been my take on it, because like when I play, and maybe this is a bad analogy, right? But like when I play people who are less experienced at like F&M or something, I'm always like, you can take a step back, like be friendly about it, but like I'm going to kill you in the game. Like I'm not gonna take it easy on you. And maybe that's my version of being a Sith, is like I'll have the pity, but then you'll have to kill him. Anyone playing turns at all? I think I ran into one person playing turns. Because I want to say I ran into a, that's just good sportsmanship? Maybe. I guess that's fair. Really don't want to get Winoted. I don't think I've seen anyone play dedicated turns. I think I've seen one or two like Alren's Epiphanies cast though. I'll give people takebacks, but always try to find the best move myself. That's fair. I'm like, I tend to judge it by my opponent. With Wilderness Wreck Band, there hasn't been a lot of turn stuff since. But I think actually with Explorer, you probably would have a better time with turns than with Pioneers. It's probably a good place to look. Tamiyo Collector is also probably very good right now. Except one time I went to Modern FNM with Splinter Twin and everyone had jank. I pretended not to have the combo and killed people with Pestermites. Blessed. I've done that before where like you definitely like you could have won the game like 3 turns earlier, but like you don't want your opponent to like have a bad experience at like their first FNM, so you just don't kill them on turn 2 or turn 3 or whatever. I've certainly done that once or twice. I am guilty of it. I want to leave stuff up, but I want to put something on the board. So I'm gonna put this Harvester up. Wait, this deck's not running Ob or Capenna didn't release? It did. Capenna did release. This version is not running Ob because it only runs Blood Tithe Harvester and 3-drops. And if you can't manage to play Ob as 2 copies, it does seem a little bit worse to me. Didn't this version have enough fodder? That's kind of my thought. Close to an 8-year-old, I played at a local tournament. While I was playing no WinCon blue-white, I had Teferi emblemed and exiled all of his permanents. He sat there drawing and playing his land before he got exiled on turn 40. Blessed. I love when people like play way past the point where they're dead. There's just something funny about it to me, in like a more wholesome way than I think is intended there. These fables are just choking us. Nothing but respect for that kid. That kid is the hero we don't deserve. All right, I need them to just have like 2 lands here. Innkeeper's kind of a land. All right, I'm gonna go shields down for a turn. They didn't have it last turn. I think I just need to deploy. Hope he didn't quit Magic after that. I mean, I hope so too, but I also think a lot of people. Another Chariot. All right, that's not the end of the world. I think a lot of people need to have a little bit of a frustration. I think it means they have a land in hand and they were holding it for potential fable. There's no chance they don't just play whatever they have in hand there. We do need to find something. I don't think we're gonna have time for these fables. At least not one of them. Maybe both of them. Chlorhedron, thanks for follow, appreciate you. That's actually a great draw, because now we can build a Chariot too. No, I'm just gonna pass. We're not in a rush. Once this gets going, we'll have him locked out. True. He became the control player after that. Oh, see, that's how you spawn a control player. Seems like Red Black has trouble with Chariot in general. It's true, but usually you would play K Command. I'm just not running any right now because usually the thing with Chariot is you just have to clean up the board. But Brutals. Let's see if they go after our. They should go after the 2/2. Yep. Yep. But now we can just Fatal Push this Chariot. Get rid of that one. Kill a cat so that we don't end up taking too much damage before we can deploy this Bone Crusher, since we already have Winota covered with this. I think I'm going to hold this Takenuma to play as a Takenuma. I think we're pretty happy to just rebuy most. Look at how thin, handsome, and smart we are here. I guess we had 3 answers to remove to Winota, so it didn't really matter. Here we are. All right, well now we have the machine gun online. We're still in a bad way if they draw another Winota here. Now that I think about it, I started playing Control shortly after experiencing Super Go across the table. Ooh. That is probably how every Control player is born. I'll take 3. Channel our Takanuma here. Bone Crusher. Kill this. Yeah, kill this, pay 3. All right. We have officially cleared the board. All right, it will be tough. Yeah, I always play Control and create at least 3 other Control players doing that. Yeah, I've definitely created quite a few with no win condition blue-white back in the day. We've assembled the machine gun. Our opponent. There we go. GG's Jeffrey. In theory, I'm controlled. What I like the most is doing the most simic degeneracy possible at the moment. Man, you must have had a great time during the Okoro times, huh? GG's Jeffrey. Sounds like you're an Eldraine player. Welcome back, Jeffrey. Are we just playing a best of 5, best of 5 in the Explorer event? Supergrow fit that description. True. Oko, Reclamation, Nissa. Oof. Yeah, those are all sweet ones. GG's Jeffrey. Like I said, at this rate, we're just gonna play a nice little best of 5 for this Explorer event. I don't know if anybody else is playing best of 3 Explorer event right now. How does Explorer compare to Pioneer enjoyment-wise? It depends what you're looking for, right? If you're a combo player, then Pioneer is much better than Explorer, because there's just no real combo in Explorer. If you like best of 1 on Arena, the pool of decks really congeals a lot around Winota, which is a little bit tricky. Pioneer's a little bit more open, but you are mostly homogenized in with like mono green, Winota, and a bunch of decks that are trying to attack those decks right now. So like I've been enjoying playing Arena and Explorer a lot right now, but I also think that a lot of that has to do with like not wanting to play mono green mirrors. I think if mono green mirrors were more enjoyable, then Pioneer would be in a better spot right now, but mono green mirrors have sort of become a little bit tedious to play at this point. And so Explorer is a little bit more fresh, a little bit more open. New set drop, new stuff to do in Pioneer. True, I actually am excited. I liked, I was gonna copy what you did with Esper Greasefang. I was gonna look at that as a baseline. I quite liked the Ledger Shredder tech. I'm very bored of mono green mirrors. True. One of my friends who I test with, or at least talk to a lot with, was one of the people who like top forward very early with mono green, and so we've been talking about mono green since like the week before it took off. So it's been like 4 weeks. Little Winota. Well, this hand is god awful against Winota, so yikes. What deck's favored versus mono green and Pioneer? Winota. Winota is the worst matchup. Mono Blue Spirits is probably another bad matchup, but it's closer, at least. We need to draw a removal for this goose, or we're about to get buried. Alright, buried it is. Red, very flavored. Winota. People keep saying red's very favored. I don't think I've ever lost to red with green, but I think it's also just a matter of like keeping hands that don't have a lot of elves in them. What are your thoughts on banning Llanowar elves and Elvish Mystic and Pioneer? It just doesn't seem like there's much of a reason, right? Like why would we ban those cards and not like whatever the payoff is that enables them to be a little bit broken if we're gonna do that? Should every deck main deck some Winota hate at this point? I mean, I think it's a solid choice. Yeah, Thing in the Ice is interesting. That might be. I don't know. This was a thing we talked about a lot, but like our group was destroying red and that hasn't changed, and then everyone said red has a good green matchup, which is interesting. Yeah, I think green farms Phoenix unless you play like turn 2 Thing in the Ice, turn 4 Thing in the Ice. Like it takes 2 Thing in the Ices to really get through them. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, we're never beating a Great Henge, so we can move on to the next game. This was a hand that we had no shot against. From Bronze 1 to Plat today, playing Best of 1 Explorer, I was playing a janky combo deck. That's pretty neat. I think Best of 1, not Duress, Best of 1 gives you a lot more optionality of playing some interesting stuff. As long as you're able to beat the decks that it's important to beat. Yeah, that Great Henge, not easy to beat for red black. Yeah, the thing about mono green to me is like it's every ramp deck, right? So like you can just beat anybody, but there's also a non-zero amount of times that you just lose to yourself. You end up in this like middling spot a lot where like you should be favored in a matchup, but you lose it a couple times to losing to yourself, and then people distinctly believe it to be favored or unfavored, and like I'm sure I'm guilty of it as well. But like this is a conversation I've had playing ramp decks for ages where it's like your deck can't be favored against this, and then it's like, well, I don't know. Favored in Magic is so hard to pinpoint thanks to the variable. Or maybe I just have pedantic friends, so we never agree. Could be A, could be B. Tron's the only ramp deck that never stumbles. True. But most of that comes down to your mulliganing decisions. Because if you watch a poor Tron pilot play Tron, it's a very different experience. Zadalube, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. King of Cheese Whiz, thanks for the follow. I don't know why the alerts aren't always popping up today. It's been an on and off day on it. Archon of Maria, huh? What don't I want here? I'm gonna kill both these. I think the Bone Crusher might be a little extra. Just a land. Yeah. They're probably gonna read this as a fatal push, but like this cracks for fatal push anyway, so I would have just done it. Yeah, so they should block. Hehehe. Now my castle comes in untapped. Alright, I'm gonna start with a plus here. Slight ouch, but that's okay. I think we just start with the plus here. Oh, they miss on 4th land? Easy. Yeah, let's see what you did, what you kept over there. Trespasser. Thoughtseize. Oh. Oh, just all these things, huh? So Chariot's the hardest to beat here because we already have a an answer to Winota in Chandra. Mid-0. Also, we get to kill them with Sorin in turn. Hehe. Alright, well. Game 3. We're on the draw though this time. Yeah. Let's see if our wins against Winota can continue. Like I said, the big draw to red black is you are just absolutely designed from the ground up to attack Winota. But like things like Scavenging Ooze and Great Henge definitely make it a lot harder than it used to be. So the Winota deck seems like they're figuring out how to fight back. Ugh. Look at the 3-0 in this Explorer event. Yeah, I think if beating Winota is your main prerogative, I haven't found much that has more success than Red Black, and even in Pioneer, it's even more so because you get rending volleys and some things that are a little bit easier to guarantee interaction against Winota itself, like K commands and other things. All right, Dilbert, let's see what you got. Trigger warning, thanks for the follow, appreciate you. Guess Raven Fieldman's great because Winota and Greasefang at least. True. The other thing is that Ray has a nice side effect of being able to hit elves, which comes up a non-zero amount of time. Alright, I'm gonna keep this hand and put away Sorin. It falls into the camp of being a little bit on the reactive side, but I don't think we can help that. Oh, they're on a 5? Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna push this. Thoughtseize their next thing. Hope to just draw a threat before they draw out of it. Alright, we'll take Winota. We can kill Kenrith with our Heartless Act. Ray almost reaching the level of Aether Gust of Hate card main deckable. In Explorer, it probably is actually at that point, just because only control is it bad, but like playing enough removal that's bad against control anyway. Alright, kill this. Alright. Alright, let's see who draws out of it first. My opponent is looking like they are ahead on that avenue. Alright, need them to draw a tap land? A Llanowar, sure. Llanowar will do. Kill it. Kumori, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Ooh. Alright, well, that was an excellent draw. Get rid of the Kenrith. Play this. I mean, they could rip Winota and punish us. Winota's the only card that punishes us here. They drew land. Still in that same spot where Winota could punish us, but I think the thing about Winota, you do have to just like press them for a turn or two, and then you can sit back on your removal. We just didn't have any threats, so we just are having to play at some point. Get in for 12. And yeah, I mean there's a non-zero number of games where they draw Winota there when we're tapped out, but like I think we have to play to win to some degree here. So they gain 6 up to 14. This is 12. Okay, I'm gonna draw a card. Like if we were like a deck with Teferi and Supreme Verdict and things like that, where we could just like actually not care forever, we could put ourselves to never have to take an opportunity to lose. But I think with a deck like this, if we just wait forever, they'll draw out of it before we can draw enough to guarantee we don't just lose at that point. All right. Whew. Rio against Winota in this Explorer event. Really proving it. We said we were favored, but now do you believe me, chat? Two packs. How many play-in points? You get 4 play-in points. So if you get 7 wins and best of 1, you get 1 play-in point. But a 5-0, a 5-0 in this gets you 4 play-in points. You have to win 10, so 10 games gets you 4 points, whereas 7 games gets you 1 point. Seems kind of shit to me, but I have to get to 20 of these qualifier points because I never have any gold or gems. I am. It doesn't have to be a 7. Yeah, I'm not saying 7-0. I'm saying winning 7 games out of a maximum of 10. Whereas like this, you have to win. Oh, we're up against Dilbert again. We're just literally running it back. Just actual running back. All right, mulligan this. All right, we know they're on Winota. All right, I'm gonna kill these 2. We're gonna get rid of Winota and just strand this Great Henge. Is Fire Invention a big deck in Pioneer? Someone playing Luca Fires earlier in Explorer? It exists. I wouldn't say it's a big deck per se. Like you'll see it here and there, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a big deck. Do we draw Goose Goose? Goose Goose, sure. Hope these draw steps aren't 4-drop, 4-drop. 77-ish win rate over 10 games is a lot easier than 100% over 5 matches. You're still going 10-5, right? Like it's 7-2 versus 10-5 is the break point of consideration. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to upkeep Fatal Push. Yeah, we've actually played the same opponent twice and then a new opponent twice. It's the same opponent. We've played 2 matches of the same opponent. All right, so we need to pass. Yeah, fine. So that we can kill this and upkeep so they can't get this down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they would have hit it. No. Yeah, we're really testing this matchup, Neil. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying is like I feel like it's disingenuous to be like, well, you only have to win 5-0, but you have to win 7-2. It's like, well, 7-2 versus 10-5 when you just break it down into games. It's just that we prioritize one type of match over another. CW McGraw, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it depends on distribution. Disingenuous to consider the odds of winning games in a match independent of each other. Is there any reasonable or conceivable way to be like winning 5 matches is 4 times harder than winning 7 games without it being seemingly skewed? I'm not entirely sure I can land there. Why no Braid in the 75? Probably a good question, but also this is not a particularly normal card to run into. Testing, you do a bunch of post-board and pre-board matches, not in the context of a match. Well, some people do. Not everybody. Some people just jam ladder, which is also fair, but not everybody tests the same way. God, Great Henge. Great Hen's a beating. Still don't think we can ever beat it. Yeah. Any creature with Chariot, we're good here. Alright. Same thing as before. Well, we lost game 1 against Dilbert last time. Keep this one. Mull. All right, let's see what you got going on here. Okay, we're gonna take this elf. Don't want to play Fable because we know they'll just eat our token. Huntmaster, not a bad one to get there. There's no shot they just like run out the, yeah. That feel when you try to click the first button but hit the second one. Would you keep their hand on the draw? I wouldn't, but they run them all to 6 against a Thoughtseize deck, and like I fully understand the desire to be like, I am gonna keep anything that is possibly viable here, and like I understand it. It's just, you know, sometimes it turns out exactly like this, right? Ooh, I will cast that. Thanks. Don't mind if I do. All right, let's entice them into hitting our Bone Crusher Giant. Although I guess with the Chandra on board, it's not like it's hiding the fact that we could just kill it. Not a bad one. Just dome him. Okay. Well, game 3. Alright, well. They won both game 1s. We won both game 2s. Heading into game 3, number 2. See if we can complete the post-board sweep again. We just want a high interaction hand. Like 3 lands, a Thoughtseize, 2 removal spells, and a threat. That's like always our ideal here. More threat, less interaction is worse for us, but we do need a threat, like 1 threat. Okay, this counts. It's really weak to Chariot, but we don't have a lot of hands that aren't weak to Chariot. And having Heartless Act is also pretty big get, because it means we can actually prevent a Winota turn. Alright, Innkeeper here. Alright, so we just have to land pass. Hope they like burn all their resources to play a Winota. Get in with the juicer. Alright, what do we got here? Shock, so you can play your Winota here. Innkeeper number 2. This would be the sickest Anger of the Gods, huh? I mean, we'll kill it. Feels like they're trying to set up a Huntmaster here. Blade they're just killing all their resources for this Blade Historian? In what universe? I mean, Take a hot 5, 6, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Take 6, kill both their non-humans. I want to do that, but no. No, no, no. Okay. In case their last card was Chariot, I think I just need to check. Ho ho ho. Just a little hinge. Trade 4. Pass. Trading 4 damage, but we're gonna get to eat this Innkeeper. Elf, sure. You actually do check 80% of the time. It's the same thing as giving the opponent a Vampiric Tutor. Something like that. That's just Magic. Sometimes it be that way. Alright, I don't think we need to attack. We just want this Crocs online. Just want to draw a land so we can like kill something. Alright, now we just want to draw an Anger of the Gods at some point in our life. Alright, well, we've drawn 4 Bone Crushers. It was most of the way of what we want. Yeah, reveal Fatal Push. Back for 2. Alright, get Fable down now that we have a 1-mana spell we can interact with. I mean, we have returned the Dead to Winota phase. Oh my god. They're just hitting Running Elves. Get rid of 1 Bone Crusher. Alright. Alright, getting with everything. Eat these. Four blocks. Kill this. We were just gonna wrath their board. No matter what they chose to do there. Alright, well, we are 4-0 in this event against Winota. What do you think? Can we hit the 5 Winotas in a row? Can we really high roll the Winota lottery? If nothing else, this should show you the the true benefit of just playing interactive decks against Winota. Yo, how's it going, Otterhouse? God, Great Henge was a rough one. Jose Castro. A new opponent enters the octagon. Do you think Winota's overplayed because she was banned in Historic, or is the deck just that strong? It's a really strong deck. Like, it's definitely a top tier deck, but people are definitely conditioned from best of one to play it more aggressively than often is right. How's Explorer in general? It's good. It's like Pioneer minus a couple of key decks, but like you're pretty aware up front about what those decks are and what's missing. So it's pretty easy to like work around. Winota's super hyped by content creators too. True. So I think if you've played a lot of Pioneer, the absence of some of the like, oh boy. The absence of some of the decks that Winota preys on would make it a tougher sell. You ever just like look at your opponent's hand and you're like, okay, we're going to turn 30. Cool. Are you they gotta be kidding, right? Like they're just like, they know I know their hand and they're like, snap Fatal Push. Or snap absorb a Fatal Push. Question mark pings. Paid actor. True. Okay, that's fine. Our opponent is wilding. One on top. All right, well that's a Teferi and we're dead. GG, I was the Fatal Push. Opponent likes castle tokens. Oh. Yeah, maybe like a Mountain Transmog. That'd be a beating. Oh, get rid of that. They were a paid actor when they sleeved up Bertha Miletus. Damn. Chat does not mess around. Alright, well, we've stripped their hand pretty efficiently here. We have nothing, they have nothing, but we have a castle. So, literally PV's deck from the World Championship. It kind of feels that way. I've seen worse things to just do, right? Just like run PV's list. Do you think our opponent's ready for this play Fable? They absorb, we Crocs of them. Gotta count the graveyard, friend. Gotta count that graveyard. Except to Fairy 3's band, I guess. True. That's just the Vice grip here against control. They have to let the Fable resolve so the Croxa doesn't resolve. Oh, it hits to Fairy 5? Oh, okay, well. Alright, fair. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, this wall has stopped like 10 points of damage, huh? It's about time we stop that. Deploy. Four, 8, 10 damage coming in. Love to draw a Chandra or Sorin here. Well, Fable's about there. Play this. We can still lock Dwayne. Kinda cute. Slow down. Gain some life and die. Does the matchmaking work in this event? Is this player also 4-0? No idea. But I think you get one loss, so I assume Tef 4 instead of Tef 3. I'll draw a card. Oops, Tef 4. I don't even know what he does. -2 is look at the top 3. Put one into your hand, maybe top 4. And then the other one is tap an artifact, tap or untap an artifact, tap or untap a land. Gain 2 life, something to that effect. Alright, so we want all these. We want Thirst. We want this whole package. We want these. Bone Crushers can go. Okay. Easy. We came prepared for this matchup with our 30 Planeswalkers in the sideboard. Cutting the card that put their shields down and won the game. Weird champ. I just love the oh man, so much of that game was determined by just Absorb countering that fatal push. It's really wild. Mr. Pixie has the idea down. Alright, well this one's not it. This one's also kind of not it. This hand's much better. We'll circle back around to you in about 10 turns, Chandra. One on top. I'm just gonna put this in play tapped. Duress is good enough most of the time. Duress now, since they put a card on top. It's more likely to be a card that we can duress. Omen of the Sea. Again, that's just like, now you can't put a card that we want to take on top. You on top? Okay. Shatter. No. No, opponent. Opponent, have a little respect for yourself. What's this doing in your deck? You gonna counter it? We're gonna counter it? But you could have just let it resolve and just done the same thing, and then cracked your Omen of the Sea. Yeah, this is literally PB's list. Our opponent is living in several years ago at this point. I don't want to get Elspeth Conquers Death. I'll drop a Trespasser. GG, I was the sneaky blue card in your deck you didn't know about. Great. Dude, how big brain would our opponent be? Like, they could have done this last turn. To be fair, it's a very fun 2 weeks. True. I remember those 2 weeks. I actually played that that deck in an SCG in a mirror. It was a lot. It was a lot to play the mirror. Nissa became a thing and the deck was unplayable. True. Like, their plan is to Elspeth Conquers Death, my 3-drop, but I'm just gonna attack them to death. What if I just don't play this Fable? And then you just have this 5-drop. Okay. Now we're just putting cards in my graveyard for Croxa. What do we need? We have everything. Grab Mountain. Really just slam an Archon. No, no Archon this time. This is not going to survive. That's why we didn't hold the mountain. In case you're wondering. I mean, if this survives with our opponent having an Elspeth Conqueror's Death in hand. What are we doing here, opponent? Come on, man. Anybody else got a go blank cooking? Magic's too hard. It sometimes really is, man. 2 on top. Okay, well, 1's going away. Yeah. Alright, and now we just have Croxa next turn, so... They kept Castle Ardenvale as their card on top there. Like, they had the choice to not draw it. Like, I get the appeal of it, but like, Croxa gonna kill you anyway. Like, your 1/1s ain't gonna stop that. You gotta look for an answer. They've already used 2 Wraths too. Yeah, opponent's wilding a little. Sometimes it'd be that way though. Especially since they have 3 of them with PV's list. 2 on top. Okay. Dream Trawler. That's a pretty good one. That one's pretty good. They're out of cards though. If we can draw a removal spell, we don't. How much are you paying the opponent? Wish. All right. We just need to draw a removal spell because we can go blank them. All right. Well, sneakiest of victory lines, the one where they just find a Dream Trawler. That's a pretty good one. Two on top. Any Heartless Axe? Nope, no Heartless Axe. I think that was our last chance to draw it too, because they're gonna just always have 2 cards in hand now. Like Sweet and Thoughtseize. Jeez, this has been something. 2 on top. Okay. Dream Trawler, truly a based Magic card. Alright, well, Thoughtseize you. You're gonna pitch the spell in their hand, just keep a land in hand. Go to 1. Didn't draw Heartless Act to punish them for pitching a card for no reason. Alright, game 3. Wild. Okay. Alright. Game 3 it is. Opponent really showed us there. Crazy like a fox. Down to keep this hand. Early threat plus late game threat with Den to try and like bridge the mid game. I'm about it. Ooh, Soren's a great one. Let's try and get a solid 15 damage in here. Anybody down for 15 damage? No. Our opponent's too powerful, Magician. Try and draw another Watchdog deployed. Cerulean Drake. Just draw cards. Why am I making a 2/3? As the ladder event's going, had to step away for a bit. We got up about 1 rank in ladder, and then we're 4-0 in this event, looking for the 5-0. It's a fairy. We went 4-0 against Winota, and now we're playing against a very odd build of blue-white that is proving to be more difficult to close out than I would have liked, but hopefully this Chandra will do the trick. Sure. Plus Heartless Act. It's a good one. A good one. Shatter land. Okay. Field of Ruin, sure. Noticed a lot of blue-white control recently on the ladder. Are they playing the split card that returns a card and makes a 4/4? I don't think so. I haven't seen it, at least. I know which one you're talking about, though. The, like, arrest and something else. Yeah, they've upgraded the PV deck. Okay. We've assembled a plan. Hey, how's it going, Connor? It's been feeling pretty nice. A lot of the like combo decks aren't around. So you get a lot more of the linear decks. That's interesting. And a lot of the over-the-top decks. We just get Stone Rained. Savage. A lot of the over-the-top decks exist that aren't beaten down by the combo deck. So it's a very interesting experience. It sort of feels like closer to old standards mushed together than it does Pioneer right now, but it's still close enough to Pioneer that it's not bad. But I didn't grasp the purpose of Teferi's +1? Probably not. Alright. Yeah, they've also just not been attacking plus this. Nice seeing you play Arena. Trying to do it a little bit more lately. Alright, let's kill Teferi while we're here. Aether Gust. That doesn't stop what that doesn't. Nothing about that works the way you want it to, friend. Okay. I'm not gonna draw this 6-drop that's on top of my deck though. I'll pass. We're just gonna assemble the Legion here. Just Planeswalkers up. Draw it. I mean, we could have drawn it with Lolth, and then Sorin, but yeah, all right. Leave back 1 spider. How many bits for a deck tech if you do that sort of thing, Monkum? Usually I just do them if I have a minute between things, but you're welcome to throw a list in there, Connor. Bits or no bits, especially for you, friend. Lol seems like straight fire for mid-range. I wonder if I should be playing Dreadhorde General. Yeah, I think Lolth has the side effect of, and this came up a lot actually, but like when you sack your harvesters and you start fabling them out, you just start like ramping Lolth really fast. Like I got to ulta Lolth really quick earlier today. You return to the draw. Yeah, well, take 4. All right, you have an absorb. You're just talking to it back, but we're not about that life. All we want to do is just let time run. One on bottom. Damn. Earlier today I got hit by Yorion plus double Leyline of the Void. Turn 0 game 1. I was very confused. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, no problem, Connor. Check out what's going on over here. Is it prowess with Shredder? This is an interesting one. As soon as this game's over, I'll take a look at it. I actually like the construction a lot. Alright, we're croxing them back. This should be the 5-0. Gotta kill a wall here. Oh, we forgot to activate one planeswalker. Get in there. Couldn't protect the wall this game. We came for the wall. Go. The 5-0. Alright, let's look at our haul and then we'll take a look at Connor's deck. So we 4-0'd Winota. And then we beat Paolo's deck from the World Championship. And now we have 5 play-in points for this qualifier thing. Really just have 4 planeswalkers in play? Yeah. The second Chandra got countered. It was a Fable. But we almost had 4. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this content on either Twitch or YouTube. If you did, please like or subscribe. If you didn't, be sure to leave a comment down below. I promise not to read it. Until next time.